We just keep winning. We are just winners who keep winning, chat. Johnny Somali could face a longer prison sentence with laborers if prosecutors appeal, which they did, I'm fairly certain. A lawyer for the streamer Bong Bong has urged Korean prosecutors to seek a ruling from a higher court. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Johnny had his sentencing, which I thought was both light and... Here it is. Okay. Johnny Somali truly thought he would not spend 1 day in jail, but pay a fine and go home. Today's sentence of 6 months in prison with hard manual labor, which by the way is a thing in Korea. We should bring that to the United States. W South Korea. We should have that. An additional 20-day detention and sex offender status proves him wrong again. Personally, I thought that this was not enough. Think about it if he had done it in China, right? We wouldn't even know who Johnny Somali... Johnny who? The government of China? And sometimes they just have it right, okay? And we would probably be okay with that, to be honest with you. It's totally fine, okay? That being said, they only give him 6 months in prison with labor. But this is the important part. Additional days, 20 days of detention and sex offender status. When you are a registered sex offender in an allied nation to the United States and you went through due process in that nation, the moment that you arrive in the United States, you have to register as a sex offender here too. So when Johnny ends up returning home, he's going to be a sex offender. Honestly, it's the small victories. That being said, he should have gotten way more prison time. I honestly hate it when judges don't give enough prison time or enough sentencing for people. I'm tired of it here in the United States too. Personally, I think the judges should go to prison too. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of watching people who completely f other people's lives up or shit on everybody else or kill people or whatever. Just get like, they'll do a year in prison. They'll get out with parole. It'll be okay. I'm done with this shit. Put him in jail for 6 years. Minimum. Hard labor, 6 years. Hard labor, 6 years, then sex offender status when he comes home. Like, sentencing has been appealed by one of the victims. I hope that it does get appealed, and I hope he gets a longer sentence. 10 years? I'm okay with 10 too. 6 months is pathetic. 6 months is pathetic, in my opinion. Sex offender status is a W. Sex offender status is a W, but the 6 months is just not it, bro. All right, let's check on the appeal status. This is 21 hours ago. This is brand new. The prosecutors of the Ramzi Khalid Ismail officially submitted an appeal today in South Korea. Proof below translated. We are locked in for a second trial that may take a year or more with Somali in detention the entire time. Holy W. Let's go. So at a bare minimum, I hope that he ends up homeless on the street in South Korea. I do. I hope that whoever there's some guy bankrolling him to be there and like paying for his hotels and stuff. I hope that he just ditches him and he ends up homeless and he has to show up to his court dates. I do. Because this is going to double down now. Now, whoever that supports him is going to have to bail on him. It's another year. Right? It says he's in detention. So it's possible he's in detention right now and that he'll stay in detention while the appeal happens. And I would be great with that too. As long as he's doing hard manual labor in prison for the South Korean government. I'm good with that too. Johnny Somali's trying to appeal his 6-month prison sentence. And how did that work out? That was 9 hours ago. Yeah, there's just no way, bro. Dude's got like a public defender, basically. This means he's going to be there a lot longer. Apparently, the shortest appeal took 5 months. And his new trial won't even start until late summer. I hope that they sentence him again. I hope they f him too. I'm going to be honest with you. I hope they absolutely turbo this guy.
Are you going to jail or not? And I just say, I don't know, man. And I really don't know. Like, I don't want to scare you, but damn, dude, I don't know what's going to happen in either direction.
Oh, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, but he was free though before. He was in like a hotel room, and he was in like a cushy hotel room.
It's literally just a fact. I'm not even saying that to be cocky. It's literally just a fact. It's literally just a fact. Like, I'm not.
You guys think you could win a war against a little midget black man, a little green goblin, a little gold goblin, actually, from Diablo 4. You know, you guys.
Well, we're not the ones saying it, but it's not necessarily wrong.
Lost to so many countries in the past. So you guys think you can win against me? You're not.
Oh, so he's talking about Korea. He's talking about South Korea. How in the do you let an immigrant in your country deface your sexual statues and then say this shit about your country? There is no. If I was South Korean, I'd be pissed. If I was South Korean, I'd be pissed at that prison sentence.
Diablo 4.
I know that South Koreans' culture is super nice. They are very nice people. Y'all need to crack down on this. We want you to. Please do it.
You know, you guys lost to so many countries in the past. So you guys think you can win against me? You're not going to win against me. So I am a very formidable enemy. So it's better for you Koreans to apologize to me.
Honestly, I think that the apology should be just walking him across the DMZ. Careful, watch for the landmines. Wouldn't want you to hit one of those.
Me apologizing to you, you Koreans should apologize to me.
I'm going to show you guys how far I can push the boundaries, and I'm going to show you that the Korean government is not going to do anything to me because I'm an American citizen, A. And B,
God, this aged well.
The Korean legal system is not as strong as people think and perceive it to be.
I am 100% convinced I'm going to be fine.
Drink till I'm sideways. I don't love shit, never get my way. Crashing a ditch on the edge of the highway.
This aged like wine. Wait, that's not wine. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm telling you right now with 100% certainty, there's a 99% chance, 99.9% chance I will never see the inside of a Korean jail or prison. 99.9% chance.
And you guys thought I was unlucky. You know what I'm saying?
I know for a fact I'm not going to go to jail. Not one day in jail. You're the one who's going to look so dumb when I don't.
Dude, imagine getting gassed up. Look at this. Imagine getting gassed up by a bunch of 11-year-olds in your kick chat to commit a felony in another country. Look at the... Like, these are the same people. He's got 2 chatters.
Any jail time or any, like, bro, I'm gonna laugh like a fucking really.
6 months is not long enough. Even by those statements alone, the judge should have sentenced him way longer. It should minimum have been 2 years, hard labor. Minimum.
Say, Johnny, we kept you in the country 1.5 years or whatever. If they give me a jail sentence, let's say, oh, like 6 months in jail, 1 year in jail, what is going to be suspended sentence?
In fact, there's appeals. We're going to make it even longer. I personally think that Vitali should have been in jail a lot longer, too. I think that the Philippines didn't do him dirty enough. The dude immediately came back, starting shit.
Look how he's betraying you. Look at this. Look at the fat one. Look,
what's wrong with that?
Look.
That's what he deep-faked? He deep-faked having one of the Korean, like, K-pop girlfriends? They don't like that very much. Oh, they don't like that much. Oh. Chad, I want you to know that if you ever see a deepfake of me or like a video of me kissing a very attractive Korean girl, that it absolutely is a deepfake. I would never be doing something like that. So sadly. After Johnny finishes his prison term, he'll be deported to America. In America, under SORNA, He'll have to register as a sex offender at least as he faces the lest he faces the penalty. Consequently, everybody in America will know he's a sex offender. Yeah, and you'll also know where he lives because he'll be on the sex offender registry. That's gonna go well.
Never go to work, but I'm out on a Friday. Liquor on my shirt, drink till I'm sideways. Drink till I'm sideways.
Korean law is not as strong as people really think it is.
This is a great little. This is a nugget.
Korean law is not as strong as people really think it is.
Honestly, I wish it was stronger. I know that he got 6 months in prison in the sex offender thing, but I still think that that's not enough. If an immigrant, legal or otherwise, did this in America and did something similar in America, we would not be happy. Yeah, it is too weak. It's ridiculous.
What do I think? I think that's not strong enough. I think they should have given 2 or 3 years. I
Exactly.
think 6 months
Yeah.
is not going to be enough for him to
Completely
learn a
agree.
lesson. I think the kid needed at least 2 to 3 years to learn a serious lesson. Yes, it proves him wrong. Yes, we were right, right? He indeed was prison. So, I can get the points and the happiness from being right, but am I happy about that? No. This is a light sentence. Anything under a year and a half was going light enough. So the prosecutor has 1 week to appeal. So we will see.
I think that part of it is, and nobody really wants to say this, but I'll say it. I think that part of it, I'll let him finish.
Within the next week, if there's an appeal by either Johnny Somali or the prosecutor, and I think the prosecutor would be justified.
Please contact the prosecutor and encourage him to appeal the week sentence. April 22nd is the deadline. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that part of the light sentence is that you never hear South Korean people ever shit-talking Americans. They just don't do it. They don't do it. Not only are they very respectful, as a general rule, but also they appreciate America's help with the problem that they have going on just north of the border, right? And they appreciate that because of us, those will stay up there, right? And so I think that part of it is like global politically, they're not trying to sentence an American to a long time because it's also like a global political agenda thing, but like sincerely, on behalf of America, sentence him for a longer time. It will help you even more. What did he do? Is the first time I've seen this guy. So for those of you that don't know, first of all, W, if you've never seen this guy before. That being said, Johnny Somali he's a nuisance streamer that goes to other countries like he did it first in Japan. He went to Japan and he just started screaming Hiroshima, Nagasaki was a good thing on the subway in Japan, getting right up in people's faces, destroying grocery stores for no fun, and then just saying, "Oh, I don't speak your language. I don't speak your language." Just a total spilling ramen everywhere, and then telling the store owner to come clean it up right in front of him. And then he went into South Korea and he started doing all this shit. And for those of you that don't know, there are sex tribute statues for the victims of the rapes and stuff that went on. I believe it was during World War II or something. Anyway, there's statues that commemorate the horrible atrocities that went on during war and stuff. And it's just woman being peaceful, sitting there. And he went up to it and raped the statue, and started humping it and defacing it and all this crazy shit, and did a bunch of crazy shit like that. Then he ran around talking about how North Korea is the best and how they need to come invade this and how much he loves North Korea, which is why I said I think they just need to walk him across some of the DMZ and let Rocket Man figure it out. I'm sure he'll be kind. Like this guy again. You don't hate this guy enough. You don't hate this guy enough. A quick update. Just a quickie update. We talked about this the other day, but just a quick update. Johnny Somali is now stuck in detention center hell, which apparently is worse than having to work at a labor prison in Korea. But hey, after appealing his 6-month prison sentence, the detention center has 6 people per cell, that's 1 shower per week, and serves only rice and soup. It's beautiful. The best part is that this guy is so stupid. He actually appealed his own sentence, which was only 6 months, by the way. He only got 6 months in prison, like the labor prison in Korea, which I thought was extremely light. Then he was supposed to be deported back to the United States, where he was going to have to register as a sex offender here because they branded him a sex offender there. That being said, he decided to appeal it, which is stupid because now he has to stay because the judge approved the appeal. Now he has to stay in Korea in the detention center until the appeal goes off, which is going to take a minimum of 5 months. Minimum of 5 months. Now, the prosecution also appealed, which means there is an extremely high chance, like really high, that he ends up in prison even longer now. Because not only did he appeal it and it was bullshit, but the prosecution also appealed the sentence, trying to make the sentence longer. So now he's probably going to be in prison for 2 to 3 years, probably minimum, in a labor camp. And the first 6 months of which are going to be in this detention cell, which apparently, again, 6 people per cell, 1 shower per week, served only rice and soup. W. Again, sincerely, I think that they should just try to film. They should walk him across the DMZ and just like film it. Careful, watch the landmines. Say hi to Rocket Man. Have fun with that. Yeah, again, there's not we don't want him back. We don't. I think that if I were president, if this guy got deported back to America, okay, because apparently his mother and father were like Somali and Ethiopian. I'm not going to lie, based on his sex crimes in another country, he was granted citizenship by birthright citizenship. Based on his crimes in another country, I don't give a shit who you are, I would take away his citizenship and deport him. That's what I would do. You're done. You're done. We're not having this. We're not claiming you here. No, that's not going to happen, but that's my ideal world for this guy. You can't fix stupid. He's stupid forever, bro. You're telling me. You're telling me. Crazy work. Crazy work. That guy deserves everything coming to him. And then some. And then some.